Sling TV, built to save you money and bring you the channels you love, including ESPN, AMC, HGTV, and more. Watch your favorite comedies, dramas, suspense thrillers, news, sports, and more for just $35 a month. And your first month is only $10. Sign up now and start streaming right away on your TV, phone, and tablet. Take control of your TV solution with Sling. It makes TV flat out better. Go to sling.com to sign up now and get your first month for just $10.
When it comes to delivering customer support, there are some things you don't want teams to hear. Intercom's streamlined support platform clears up space for more organized workflows and peace of mind. Our business messenger uses chatbots, shared inboxes, apps, and more. Who doesn't like the sound of that? Intercom. Less of this. And more of this. To learn more, go to intercom.com/support.
Lanes will open on 66 in Virginia. This is Kyle Cooper.
Do you get your power from Dominion? You may be getting some money back. And remembering former Secretary of State Colin Powell will talk to CSIS's John Alterman tonight. 11 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Chicago. The FDA is reportedly preparing to say that you can get a COVID booster shot that is different from your initial doses. According to published reports, the announcement could come later this week. Meantime, CBS's Carter Evans says those protesting vaccine mandates include some police unions across the country.
In Chicago, the police union says more than a third of officers still have not reported they're vaccinated, and their union leader is urging them to hold the line.
I really hope that the men and women of the Chicago Police Department are not going to ruin their careers over going to a website and saying yes or no.
Nationwide, 18 states and the District of Columbia have vaccine mandates for at least some state workers. But Washington, Oregon, and Massachusetts are the only states that won't allow opting out of the vaccine with a weekly test.
Former Secretary of State and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair Colin Powell has died due to complications from COVID-19. His family says the 84-year-old was fully vaccinated, but also battled cancer. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin.
I feel as if I have a hole in my heart.
CBS's Stephen Portnoy with more.
The president called Colin Powell a dear friend and a patriot.
One of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency.
Mr. Biden noted that Powell, as a son of immigrants, rose to the highest levels of the U.S. government. Asked about the fact that Powell died of COVID despite being vaccinated, the president pointed to reports that Powell suffered from cancer and Parkinson's.
He had two very serious underlying conditions, and unfortunately, it didn't work. God love him.
Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
North Korea is at it again, firing a missile into the sea, according to South Korea's military. North Korea has been ramping up its weapons tests in an apparent attempt to pressure South Korea to try to get what it wants from the U.S. A review of the Biden administration's handling of the Afghanistan withdrawal is on tap. CBS's Olivia Gazza says the State Department's acting inspector general will lead the review.
Diana Shaw, the department's watchdog, wrote in a notification dated October 18th to the leadership of key congressional committees that her office would initiate several oversight projects related to the suspension of operations at U.S. Embassy Kabul in Afghanistan.
The FBI is helping with hostage negotiations in Haiti after 17 Christian missionaries were abducted there over the weekend. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez is in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
A senior law enforcement official tells CBS News FBI tactical teams are in Port-au-Prince to assist with the hostage-taking situation. Authorities believe the group was kidnapped by the notorious gang known as 400 Mawozo, who often kidnap entire busloads of people for ransom.
The Ford Foundation will divest millions from fossil fuels. This is CBS News.
Never miss a moment. Top news from WTOP 24/7, 365. Listen on air, on Alexa, and on the WTOP app.
It's 11:03. It's Monday, the 18th day of October, 2021. 56 degrees in Arlington, and down to the upper 30s in some spots overnight. Good Monday evening. I'm Del Walters. New tonight, look for drastically reduced Metro rail service until at least Sunday. Follows the investigation into last week's derailment in Arlington. Tomorrow, trains operating every 15 minutes on the Red Line, every half an hour on all other lines. Silver Line trains only running between Wheelie-Reston Avenue East and Federal Center Southwest. Metro taking all of its 7000 series rail cars out of service for inspection That's about 60% of the fleet.
The train actually derailed twice earlier that day, but it quickly re-railed, going unnoticed by the conductor. The final derailment was near Arlington Cemetery. The National Transportation Safety Board says the derailments are caused by wheel and axle problems on the newer 7000 series cars. The Kawasaki-made cars sometimes have wheels that spread wider than the tracks. After inspections this weekend, they found 21 cars with those axle problems. NTSB Chair Jennifer Hamady says not all these failures caused derailments, but they date back years.
2 in 2017, 2 in 2018, 4 in 2019, 5 in 2020, a total of 39 in 2021, which is significant.
Luke Lukert, WTOP News.
And there's no word on when those cars will return to service. WTOP's Mike Murillo has been talking to riders dealing with the delays all night long.
Getting off the train at Van Ness.
Yeah, it was really crowded. There was also tensions were kind of high. There was an argument on my way home on the metro, and I think people are just frustrated because of it.
That's Aaron Craig of DC. I boarded a train just from Friendship Heights to the Van Ness metro station, and it was packed. Alan Weinstein, who lives in Cleveland Park, is worried about that.
In the era of COVID, it means more close contact with people.
Patricia Holtzman of D.C. says while she plans to continue taking Metro, she isn't happy to hear that issues similar to those that derailed the Blue Line train were reported in years past, and feels Metro could have done more before it got to this.
I think that Metro needs a better management.
At the Van Ness Metro station, Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
11:05, D.C. police shot and killed a person in Southeast just before 5 o'clock this afternoon. D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti saying the shooting happened on Congress Street. That's just blocks away from the Congress Heights Metro station.
Upon their arrival, they engaged an individual to serve a temporary protection order. At some point during this interaction between our officers and the person, there was some type of incident, and the person ultimately was shot.
Earlier today, Conti ordered all sworn D.C. police officers to have at least 8 hours of officer misconduct training. Drive I-66 outside the Beltway. It has changed a lot since the massive construction project that began in 2017. But will it be done on time?
Director of Mega Projects for VDOT, Susan Shaw, says yes, the new express lanes will open in December of next year. She also says if you haven't driven 66 in a while, it's changed a lot.
It doesn't look like what it used to. There used to be a bunch of trees over here. Now there's pavement and a retaining wall, and you can't key off of the normal features that you would have been looking at to kind of tell you, oh yeah, my exit's coming up.
When the $3.7 billion project is done, it will include 2 express lanes and 3 regular lanes from the Beltway to Gainesville in each direction, and new bike and walking paths connecting to existing trails. On 66, Kyle Cooper, WTOP News.
And coming up after traffic and weather together on the 8th, we remember the life and legacy of former Secretary of State Colin Powell, dead today at the age of 84 from complications from COVID. It's 11:07.
Sis, can you keep a secret?
Of course.
I had that light bulb moment everyone talks about. I found the one, Stace. I'm gonna ask her.
Really? When?
This Christmas.
Listen, you have to go to Dominion Jewelers. They'll help you create the perfect ring made just for her, and you'll have it by the holidays.
Dominion Jewelers is where you design the ring that says, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Handcrafted, custom-made jewelry. Dominion Jewelers in the heart of Falls Church.
By appointment only.
Fall is the perfect season for remodeling your kitchen, and Bray & Scarf is the perfect place to do it. We're the kitchen remodeling experts, handling everything from design to measurement to installation, with the area's best selection of cabinets, countertops, and appliances. At Bray & Scarf, we've installed over 20,000 kitchens, and our professional kitchen designers can help you make the most of yours. We offer more ways than ever to shop safely and shop local, with one-on-one VIP appointments and video